Hey there, folks. I am Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and I am doing something a little different tonight. I usually crochet on Monday nights, but I'm taking a break from finishing up that cardigan I was making last night so I can actually finish this diamond painting that I have been waiting a really long time to finish. I ordered it months ago, and honestly, the size of it kind of intimidated me after completing that map diamond painting that I did a while back. And yeah, so I started it, I guess, about a week ago, and I've been working on it kind of nonstop since because I'm just on a mission to finish it. I love this painting. It, as you know, reminds me of my cat that passed away last year, and it looks nothing like my cat that passed away because my cat obviously was not blue and gold and, but the expression on the cat's face is what really struck me whenever I decided to buy the painting, and is what initially made me want to buy the painting. So anyhow, I've only got this itty bitty little strip here to do. Now it looks small on video, but it's probably 7 to 8 inches across and maybe an inch and a half deep. There's a lot of drills in this space, but I'm gonna do my best to try to get it accomplished. I'll put on my light. I know that might make it a little more difficult to see for you guys, but it definitely will improve my vision over here. Renee, hi, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. And Denise, Denise, oh, you're working. It's okay. I hope you're able to pop in. Oh, often. Um, hey, New Horizons, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in tonight. I appreciate it. I'm finishing up this diamond painting. We'll see how far I get. I like to start with the black drills because that helps me. Those are the ones I can see the best on the canvas. Is that what it's called? A canvas? I guess so. I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer for you guys. Okay, let's see if I can do that. There. Alrighty then. Hey DJ. Oh my goodness. How are you doing tonight? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. I'm just staying very busy with YouTube stuff tonight. Look, it can get busy, can it? Um, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to back this up a little bit. I'm using my Diamond Art Club pen tonight, and I haven't used it very much. And when I first started using it, I honestly did not care for it a lot. And I'll tell you why. The putty on the inside is hard to get used to after using wax for the past 6 months. I just started diamond painting about 6 months ago, and that was all I had ever used. But also, what happens is when this light board heats up, it kind of makes the putty gives it a little more viscosity. So it will get stringy. And sometimes it's a little difficult to work with. And it'll leave like putty on the drills as I'm working on it. But I think I figured out a way around it. I'm not sure. Well, when it happens, all I do is just take the edges and pinch it a little bit like this. And then I stuff that putty back in there as much as I can. And that really seems to help. Um, but I have to do that periodically to keep it from getting stringy. And when I say stringy, what I mean is like mozzarella cheese. It will stick and then pull, and it looks kind of like mozzarella cheese when you pull it off of the drill. But other than that, after getting used to that, I'm really enjoying this pen a lot. Um, because you don't have to stop and get wax on the end and have it squish everywhere. I guess there's pros and cons to both. I like both, obviously. I mean, if I didn't like both, I probably wouldn't be doing this. I mean, diamond painting at all if the pens were such a struggle. But I'm really beginning to enjoy using this new device I've got. Let's put it that way. The new pen I've got. And it's a good thing too, because I have purchased 2 more Diamond Art Club paintings. One was a gift that I got for my grand Millie. I was gonna get it for her birthday, and it sold out before I could purchase it. So I gave them my email address so they could notify me whenever another one came in stock. Well, y'all, that was back in February when I did that, and I just got an email, I guess it's been about 2 weeks ago, that it was back in stock. So I ordered it the day I got the email, and it came, and I haven't done an unboxing yet, but I want to. I've just been so focused in on finishing this cat that I haven't done anything else. You should see my kitchen. It's a mess. Oh, fiddlesticks. I guess I should do shake it up, baby, now. Um, how's everybody doing? What's going on? What are you working on? Tell me about your week or weekend, excuse me. Because we didn't do anything this weekend except yard work. Sometimes I think that in the summertime, that's all there is to do on the weekend is yard work. My garden is in a shambles. I'm sitting on my bottom pulling weeds and listening. Oh, Renee, you still have daylight over there in California, don't you? It is dark as pitch outside tonight. Um, Now here in a few minutes, you're probably going to hear my family come through the front door making all kinds of racket until I tell them to be quiet. I don't know why, but every Monday night when they know I'm supposed to go live at 9:30, they leave the house, or they come in here and all of a sudden they're hungry for something and they got to cook or whatever. And they're always making noise at 9:30 or thereabouts. I've got to train them a little better. You'd think after, I don't know, I guess I've been going live on Monday nights now for about 6 months, maybe 7. And you'd think that they would have learned by now. Now watch, my dog's going to act a fool too, because when he hears his daddy come through the door, he kind of goes a little berserk. So please be prepared. I promise you it won't last long. I heard the doors closing outside, the car doors. 3, 2, maybe. There goes the electronic dot. 1. Oh, they're having trouble opening the door. They must have their hands full. And somebody is rolling a garbage bin. Well, normally they're a little faster than that. Here they are. Okay, y'all need to be quiet, please. I'm on a live stream. Okay.
Put the waffles up somehow.
There are 3 freezers in this house, son. Pick one that's not behind me. Thank you. Day after tomorrow, high school starts again for my son, and he'll be beginning his junior year. And you know what is so creepy is I know how fast the next 2 years are going to fly by. And I was just thinking about that earlier. You know, all the things I have to do between now and Wednesday to get him ready. And also kind of a little melancholy over the fact that I've only got 2 years left to do all this stuff. I mean, this year and the next year. And he'll be done, which is kind of a miracle. To have gotten 7 children through high school. And don't break my record, son. Nobody's come home pregnant yet. And I don't expect you to do it either.
It would be pretty difficult to.
I know. I'm teasing you. You know, when you have teenagers, you kind of have to talk plain talk to them, you know. I can't wait to not homeschool after 5. Girl, I know. I don't know how you've done it. And I know you're doing it because you think it's best. And I totally get that. And I think that is an extremely admirable thing to do because I don't know if I could do it, to be honest with you. I don't have the patience, and I don't feel educated enough. And maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I've got to move this. My phone, my stand is in my way. The thing. Hey, Jen, how are you doing? Well, look, I want to know if what you're going to do with your extra time, Renee. Are you going to paint, or are you going to hang out with people, or go on your bike rides and conquer a mountain? Or maybe all of those things. I know that if I had some free time like that, you know, time freed up like that, I wouldn't know what to do first. I'd be wanting to do it all at the same time, all the things. Hey, Jane Doe, how are you? Oh, I hope you can too, Renee. I would love to see you paint. I hope if you do paint, you'll do some videos on that. Um, just so we could enjoy seeing your process. I mean, that I don't know. Some people are, you know how some people don't like to share recipes because it's giving part of themselves away. Or I used to sing a lot, and I always felt like when I got on a stage to sing, people were seeing me, every piece of me, you know, because I felt like I was giving away everything when I was up there. And I don't know if it's like that with art. I know when people write books, sometimes they're very reluctant to let others view the book until it's finished. And I think there's a little bit of that sentiment in there as well, where, you know, if the public or somebody sees what you're doing before it's perfected, it's kind of like exposing yourself. I can teach someone to paint, but it won't look like mine. Oh, of course. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Shoot. 50 people could do the same painting, and I don't think any one would look the same. And I think all of that boils down to individuality plus technique and skill and talent. All of those things combined create so many different versions of the same thing. I have 20,000 words done on my book. Oh, that's wonderful. 20. That's great. I always thought I wanted to write a book one day, but I don't know what I'd write it about. My memory is horrible. Kind of like a memoir or something like that. I'm not really good with not non or shoot novel type things like fiction. I'm not good at fiction. I can't make things up. I guess I could, but I mean, I make up stories about our Amigurumi characters, don't I? Give them a backstory. That's kind of fun. Okay. What color is next? Let's do the bees because 18. Okay. B, 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 B. Ooh, that didn't stick. One thing that I've noticed about this new diamond painting pen that I've got, that putty makes that popping sound that you hear on people's videos. And it's kind of I don't know why, but it's kind of an enjoyable little pop. Especially when everything's quiet, and you just keep trucking along and you get into this rhythm and it's just little rhythmic pops going on every time you set one of your drills. I don't know what it is about that that's somewhat soothing, but it is. Who would have thunk it? Okay, shake that thing. Is my hand is too much in the way. Shoot. I'm gonna try to figure out how to film doing this without my hand being so much in the way. Because I mean, nobody wants to watch diamond painting, and all you can see is a hand. I don't know how I would do that. Does anybody have any suggestions? I mean, if I amputate the hand, wouldn't be much diamond painting going on, would there? Mine is about the kidnapping and finding out that's going to be an amazing story. And probably pretty cathartic too as well. Oh. So Renee, tell me if you can, do you go by the name that you were given at birth, or do you go by the name that you were given? by the other folks. And if that's too personal, please do not answer it. Is that all the bees? Now, you know I'm going to have to come back, and I'll probably miss one of every single drill color that there is. I do it every single section. I'm always going back. But I think that's common, honestly. Now, I did see some folks who had these cool rulers, and they stick to the canvas and they pull off. And I think it would be really cool if when you do a section, you could have a ruler, going line by line. And that would help with more complete coverage of one particular color before you move on to the next. I don't know. A lot of people don't do it like I do it. I know some folks will do one whole color over an entire painting before they move on to another color, which to me, I would get too bored with that color. I would have to change. Let's see. Had to change my name to be legal. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. You would have to put the camera on the side or in front so it's not just hand. Huh. So interesting. So let's do a little trick. Let me experiment. If y'all don't mind if I experiment a little bit, let me see if I can pull this down this way. Oh, booger. I can pull it in front of me and then tilt it until we get to, oh, let's see if that works a little bit. It's awfully far away. Okay. I know what you mean now. Okay, when you said in front, I was going the opposite in front. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's do this. Well, oh. That's a little close. It's not focusing like it should. Okay. Hey, GT Junior, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in tonight. Ooh. Okay. Let's see if that works. Well, shoot, you can't even see what I'm doing. Let's see. Is that nope, that's an R. There. Oh, would you look at that? Thank you so much, Jen. I think that might work for a little bit. Yeah, I can't do that. I like to do in sections, doing one color at a time. I tried and couldn't handle it. I can imagine. I can imagine. I've seen those, but I wouldn't want it to mess up the glue. Right. And because I mean, if you have the cover off of it for too long, that glue is going to cure and dry out. So that's why I don't I don't ever take the canvas or the cover off until I'm ready to move on to the next area. There, that's better right there, right there. Thank you for bearing with me while I learn how to film diamond painting. Appreciate it. I was going to tell y'all earlier that y'all, my garden is a burned up mess, an absolute mess. I went out there today and pulled out every tomato bush because they're just dead, not producing a thing, obviously, because they're dead. And I do have okra growing, big okra, big trees. And Poppy pulled off a patty pan squash the other day from one of the very last squash I had left. I've got some sunflowers out there that the storm knocked over, and they're struggling. It's just, oh, and I did get a spaghetti squash, but only one. So I think the goal now is to just tear everything out and start the fall garden. Because honestly, there's not much left of the spring garden. And that happens here. Here where I live, that just happens. Everything gets done right around the middle, between the middle of June and the 1st of July, because of course it's summertime and this heat is unbearable.
What are you talking about? It's only 114 today.
It was only 114, feels like.
Yeah.
Now, our actual temperature was probably 90. I think the high today was 96. But because of the humidity and, they always do the feels like temperature. And today it was 114. That's what Poppy says. And he keeps on top of that because he works outside, sort of. He works in a garage, sort of. Yeah. I guess that's what do they call it, honey?
It's a shop.
A shop, but it's got open bays, where they can drive cars in and out. Poppy is an electronics technician who basically takes care of all of the aftermarket electronic equipment that is in emergency vehicles. He puts it in the vehicle, he repairs it, he maintains all of it. If anybody has a problem with it, they come back to him and say, "Hey dude, this ain't working, fix it." He programs radios and takes care of modems, because cops have computers in their cars now. Let's see. There we go. So he's dealing with cars all day long. That's my point. And it's not cool in there. They don't have air conditioning. I think the most they do have are these big industrial style fans. But I told him, I said, it don't matter how much you blow hot air around, it's still hot, right? Hey, Terry, how are you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Let's see, what am I doing next? Let's do the.
Believe it or not, the moving air helps.
$32. Poppy says, believe it or not, the air moving around helps. I guess it does if you're sweating. That's how your body cools itself. But y'all, I have not been sleeping good at all lately. And I've got to fix it because I do not. I have a feeling that once school starts and I have to be up, well, whoa, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Oh goodness. um, I was saying, I think that once school starts and I need to be up with Murphy in the mornings, that my sleep schedule will improve tremendously. It always does kind of get flaky in the summer times. All of us have bad sleep schedules in the summer, except for Poppy. But he has a normal working schedule, so of course he has a pretty normal sleep schedule too. The rest of us, we don't. So I'll be glad when school starts. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay. Let's see. I really hope it doesn't take a very long time to get this little section done. Because I got some other diamond painting stuff recently, and I'm not sure. Would y'all like to see a haul video of the diamond paintings I've bought, say, in the past 2 weeks? Because during that Amazon Prime sale, I went a little bonkers for me. I didn't spend a lot of money, but I got some really great deals. And since then, I've purchased a few. I probably have enough now, enough diamond paintings to get me through, probably to get me through January. And I need to stop looking at them so that I don't buy them. Because if I look at them, I'm going to want a little bit. I just knocked the phone. Okay. The devil. Okay. Okay. Big. No, thank you. Okay, I think that's all of that color. Okay. I know you was having problems with her meds. Um, we still are. She still hasn't gotten them. Did you get that thing faxed off today, Violet? I put it in your room so you could take it with you. Okay. Hey, Steve. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're still trying to get her medication from the pharmacy. Our insurance doesn't want to pay for it. This is the second medication that insurance doesn't want to pay for. So hopefully, the doctor is trying to do an appeal right now, telling them why she needs it, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to work. It didn't work last time. So I guess we're at their mercy, and I hate that so much. And if the medication wasn't $5,000 a month, I would say to heck with the insurance. I'll just go ahead and pay for it, right? Well, I can afford $5,000 a month on insurance. I mean, on medication. Sorry, wrong word. Words are hard. Um, so we're just going to have to go through the process. But in the meantime, she's not getting what she needs. And that is very frustrating. Because it takes them about a month to decide, no, we won't cover it. And then it takes about another month to appeal it. So I figure she's in the appeal process now. And as soon as she gets that piece of paper that I just asked her about faxed off, it's a release for the doctor's office to discuss her information with the insurance company. And I don't even know why they need that, because they're already treating her and the insurance company already knows it. But anyhow, that's beside the point. I'll just be glad when they get her taken care of. I've done all I can do. Now I'm just waiting on somebody else to do their job, All done outside for the day. Glad to be Oh, I bet you are. No, it's not right, Terry, but I'll tell you what, I'm learning that fighting with insurance is a losing battle. It just, I don't think it even does anything, to be honest with you. They have their mind made up what they're going to cover and what they're not, and they don't have the best interest of their patients in mind. They've got their bottom line in mind, and I guess, I don't know, I guess that's how it's supposed to be in business, anyway. But it's very frustrating because, these insurance companies are practicing medicine, essentially, by denying treatment. And last I checked, that's not legal to do. You can't practice medicine unless you are licensed and certified in that particular genre or, profession. Well, this is going by a little faster than I thought it would. Let's get to the W's. 23. I'm only making $200 a month now because of Medicaid. Oh, for the love of Pete. That's crazy, Terry. How do new pilots learn to fly? They just wing it. That's great. They wing it. Don't feel like my normal chipper self today for some reason. I feel like I might be coming down with something. Either probably one of them stupid summer colds. I've got I'm babysitting the grandkids tomorrow from about 10:30 to about 3. That should be fun. I have a pond outside with goldfish in it, and my little grandson would stay out there and feed those fish all day long if I let him. He is absolutely infatuated with them, and it's so cute. But I worry about him being out there by himself. I don't want him drowning in my little pond. It is a small pond. It's 110 gallons. It's So, I mean, the only way he could drown is if he fell in, and he'd have to get. I have a cover over it to keep predators out, and it's a pretty sturdy cover. So he would definitely have to try really hard to get in there. Hey, Kelly, how are you doing? Thank you for coming tonight. It's good to see you. I missed your Monday motivation this morning. I was so mad at myself. Um, but I ended up taking a little bit of a nap, and I woke up after it was over with. Y'all think I'm silly saying I'm taking a nap at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, but I do. I do. Let's see. What are we doing next? I think I'm going to do number 7. That is a weird green color. It's a pale army green. But it's one of the symbols that kind of stand out to me. And I like doing those first so that the ones that don't stand out can stand out better later. Because, the more you cover up, the more other ones stand out. Once you, cover up the ones, yeah, you know what I mean. I may not be saying that right. But I'm really excited about hanging out with grandkids tomorrow. Because I know, just like my son is starting school tomorrow, so are the grandkids. So I won't be seeing them as much because, of course, they'll be busy and not available all day long like they are in the summertime. Tell you what, those two are growing up so fast. Why does it feel like every generation of kids grows up faster than the last? Ugh. There's no way in the world that I could learn to multi-place on this particular canvas. I've been wanting to do that. And this is not going to be the one. This thing is absolutely loaded with confetti. There have only been a few spots like this blue down here where I could have even considered doing any multi-placing. Most of it is, look at this. See how many different colors are in each square inch of this thing. It's crazy. Whoops, went a little bit too far, didn't I? There we go. So I guess the next painting I do is going to be one that I choose specifically because there's a lot of color blocking in it. And for those of you who aren't familiar, color blocking just means a lot of the same color in one area. However, I do really like to single place. Um it's kind of a mindless activity, and it's like I said before, it's fairly soothing activity and relaxing. So I don't know if I'm going to enjoy multi-placing, doing multi-placings when you use like the end here and you can fit like on this one, you can fit 4 drills across here and lay them down all at one time. Good night, GT. Thank you for your time. I know you could have been anywhere, and I appreciate that you chose to be here for a little bit. Let's see. I think that's it for that. Okay. 7. There it is, number 10. I'm running low on a lot of these drills. Thankfully, this is the last little bit, so I don't think I'm going to run out of any. But sometimes it starts to get scary at the end, when you're thinking, holy crud, I still have so much to go and I've only got, but they seem to, the manufacturers of these things seem to do a really good job of giving you enough to complete a project. I have not had one project yet that didn't have enough drills. Now I do know some folks, Jackie in particular, who couldn't finish a project because of running out of drills. And also Mona had an issue with it. And if y'all would, please keep Mona in your thoughts. She's going to be traveling this week, tomorrow actually. Um, she's going to go home and visit her family, and she's flying out real early in the morning. So keep her in your thoughts. It's going to be a long day for her. I sent her a link to try to join me tonight, but I didn't expect her to because she's got to get rest to get on that flight. I think she said she had to get up at like be there at 3 in the morning or something, close to that. Let's see, are all my 7s done? Okay, yeah. That's just too early to be functioning properly. Where am I? Right here. Number 11 is what? Number 11 is the music note. Okay. 30. Oh, let me tell y'all something that I learned today. My dad called me from Georgia, and he has my stepmother and my brother and his wife. They all went up to Maryland to visit my other brother, right? Well, Dad's been at the house now for a week by himself, and he's kind of enjoying the solitude, as would I. But I found out today that my other brother, who lives right around the corner from him, Basically, nobody has been over to check on that 77-year-old man all week long. Hadn't offered to feed him, nothing. And everybody knew that he was there by himself. And I'm a little miffed about it. I'm a little irritated that my family members, and there's a lot of them over there, my brother, his wife, his granddaughter, her husband, they could have all drove by there and said, hey, you know, how you doing? Something. But not a soul thought enough to go check on or feed. Now, mind you, my dad is very self-sufficient. He's not decrepit. But you know, at 77 years old, you're not promised nothing. And I don't know. I think that hit me the wrong way. Let's put it that way. What do y'all think of that? Would you check on your parents if you knew they were home alone for a week at 70 something years old? A phone call, a dinner, anything? Now they know that old man don't cook much. I think he can make eggs. And I'm sure that before my stepmother left, she probably made sure that he had some things in the refrigerator that he could heat up, etc. But that's not the point. That is not the point. What do you call a singing monster with a lot of fans? A monster. You darn right you do. Hey, Jane, did you forget me? What? Oh, did she forget to say hey to you, Jen? Well, it looks like maybe I shouldn't have changed up my plan today and diamond painted. Because, y'all, we're suffering here in this chat. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to get it done. And then we won't have to look at this ever again. Let's see. So anyhow, because of that new information that I learned today, I told my husband that we're going to have to move that direction. I don't necessarily need to move right up, live right next door, but we're going to have to move closer so that we can get there if we need to and help out or whatever, because apparently that's not going to happen with the folks that live there. Jim, no, I didn't. Look way up in the chat where I said, hey, it's the other way around. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Look, y'all, I'm sitting here in my dining room table, right? And it's pretty quiet. The kids are in the living room, Poppy's in the living room, everybody's on their devices. The kids are playing video games. And all I can hear is the from the controller and them tapping on their controllers. And it's kind of funny. if y'all can hear it, let me know. I didn't see it. I had to mess with you. Okay, what am I doing here? C's. There's one. There's one. Hmm.
Like, I can't even-
See. So for those of you who come to my Saturday night live streams, you know, me and Grumpus on Fire, we take turns with Saturday. He does it one Saturday and I do it the next, right? Well, I guess I had a senior moment last week because I completely forgot that it was my Saturday to live stream the other day. So at 11 o'clock, Grumpus texts me. He said, "Are you going live?" And I said, "Well, I was waiting on you." I said, "I thought it was your week to go live." And he goes, I said, I'm not quite prepared. And he says, "You want me to take it this week?" And I said, "Please." So he got ready and went live and we did our live stream. But I'll tell you what, that's the second time in 6 months I've made that mistake, getting confused as to whose weekend it was. I think I need a calendar and some little reminder notifications on my phone. Hey, ding-a-ling, it's your week, you know? Let's see, 25. And then I'm going to do the R's. The R's are always, there's always a lot of those. Okay, so that's number 19. Hmm. That is bright. Yeah, that's a little better, isn't it? That color of it's funny how the color of the light can either enhance or detract from what you're doing on these diamond paintings. There are times when I need it super, super bright, and then other times where it really starts to hurt my eyes when it's super bright like that. That's what was just happening. It was just too bright for me. Let's see. R on on. Sure, I got all of those. Oops. Well, y'all, I've kind of run out of stuff to say, be honest with you. So I'm just going to sit here and diamond paint until I think of something else. What do you think of that? It's so much easier to do these live streams when you've got somebody on the panel to help bounce ideas off of and, keep a conversation going. I guess I should learn to be more prepared when there's not somebody available. Get prepared on little points to talk about or something like that. That's a difficult thing to do. Not impossible, but somewhat difficult. I bet y'all never ever thought that I could be quiet. 'Cause I know I can be a motor mouth, but sometimes I just run out of stuff. Thank you, Jane Doe. That's such good encouragement. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Jen, I'm really thankful that you told me how to film this without my hands being in the way. I didn't even consider putting the phone in front of the canvas like this. And now I know. Murphy, please put the drums in your pocket. Bandcamp has brought back. My son's a percussionist, so he's a drummer. And every day he taps on something. He taps on his legs, on the doors, on the tables, on anything he can tap on. And usually during the summer, that kind of calms down a little bit. And he's been going to band camp for the last 2 weeks. And now it's back. And y'all don't know how badly I want to take his hands away from him sometimes. Now, mind you, he has a drum pad and a digital drum set in his bedroom that he could drum on all day long. Wouldn't bother me. In his room. But that constant tapping right in my face drives me nuts. I guess it could be worse, couldn't it? You know, some people are actually scared of their teenagers, which I know is a serious problem, but it's a problem that started when said teenager was 5 or 3 or 2. Most parents I'm stressing most parents who are afraid of their children created their own little monsters. Would you agree or not? Now, I do know that there are some children out there, and I know this because my daughter is a social worker who deals with some of these children, but I know there are some children out there who just can't help themselves and they're just scary kids, you know. Could I zoom out some? If not, that's fine. I can hear the clicking, but I don't see it. You don't see it? Oh, well, shoot. Hang on. I can zoom out just a little bit. My camera will not zoom while I'm live streaming, but I have this tripod that, oops, I'm going the wrong direction, aren't I? Fiddlesticks. Okay. Okay. How's that? Is that okay? It's a little fuzzy for some reason. This way. There. Let's see if that's good. My daughter is a sociopath, and yes, I have, but see, that's what I mean. There are some kids out there who are definitely terrifying children. What is that? Oh, well, look at there. It don't look like it's daddy, does it?
Mm-mm.
Not a bit.
Look.
I'm busy. Mm-hmm. P. And those are the situations I was talking about. Yeah, drug induced. Yeah. It's a good thing. At least you know the thinking about it and will keep his mind sharp on it. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. He's been sharp on that since he was in the 6th grade, I promise. P. What letter is P? Yeah, that's a scary thing, Renee. Mm, 8. Um, let's get that one done. And that is why I preface that with most teenagers, most kids, because I know there are special circumstances. Mm. So I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, do you not have much contact with your daughter? That is your grandson's mother, right? Yeah, a long way from you. Yeah. Look, you can love them from a distance. That's perfectly okay. And I honestly, Renee, I think that this is something that I'm learning as I get older, that it's okay to love them from a distance. And sometimes it helps your sanity. Because I've got my middle son. Is he the middle son? Sort of. There's 4 sons. Let's see. He's number 5 child. So he's kind of in the middle of all of them. But he's having some problems right now. I don't know what he's doing recreationally, but all the signs are pointing to he's doing some things he shouldn't be doing. I haven't confronted him yet. Don't know if it'll even do any good. But you know, he's 28 years old and he's been in charge of his own choices for a long time now. And if he thinks that that's a good idea, there's nothing I can do to change his mind. It's interesting how her brother is completely different. He doesn't speak to her either, not for many years. Zero contact. She has two out here and one with my ex-husband in Virginia. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Well, you know, all kids are different. Doesn't matter how many you have. That I don't think any of my kids. I guess they have similar. Some of them have similar traits, personality traits, but they're all still completely different as day and night. You know, and I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. Number P. Look here, y'all. I'm at least halfway done with this portion. No stopping me now. N. Number N. 27. Let's do some blue. Kids got a raw deal, but we saved them from. Yes. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Because you know that system is horrific. I'm sure. I know not all kids end up in a bad situation. I have a girlfriend in Nebraska who has been a foster parent for many, many years. And she has had hundreds, literally hundreds of kids coming in and out of her house. And she's probably adopted or gained guardianship over, if I had to guess, I'd say 25 or 30 of those children. And she started doing this when her biological children grew up. And she has been a wonderful foster parent. All of her kids love her. She's had struggles with the you know, because a lot of those kids they have issues, pretty serious ones, abandonment issues, attachment problems, all kinds of stuff. However, she's been a really good parent to them and tried to save them from themselves many, many times. But not all foster parents are like her. In fact, I'm gonna reach out on a limb and say very few are like her. Wow, it's done already. Let's do the A's. 26. Oh, what is the dog doing? Is he behaving? All right. Really? Please don't let the dog on the couch. Oh, Jesus. A. She wait a minute. Hey Lori, how are you doing? That's amazing. It takes a special yes, it certainly does. I don't think I could do it like she's done it ever. Um let me see, what is that comment? I experienced someone on meth. She was the most amazing friend and would do anything for anyone till one time she tried it. Then she turned into a monster. I hate to say it like that, but yeah, that's really unfortunate. Um and then she said about to take my life. She was locked up for 3 years, then started doing it again and came after me again. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. So you're having to move to keep her away from you? Good grief. Wow. And he said she recently called CPS and said we were abusing Max. What an oh yeah, that's a terrible ordeal. Yeah, I'm really hate that you went through that, Jen. That's miserable. What letter am I on? I have no clue. Oh, A's. Let's do the G's next. I know what number that is. That's a 6. Um, I am so grateful that I have not had to experience those kinds of drugs in my life. My son, he's been sober, clean and sober now for 3.5 years. And I'm really grateful for that. This is my oldest son. He started off drinking and then, you know, well, that's not true. He started smoking weed when he was about 15, give or take, probably 15. And it just snowballed. He started bartending and in a very touristy area. And it, like I said, it just snowballed from there. He hung out with a lot of people with a lot of money who could afford the expensive drugs. And thankfully, he got his crap together. But it took him until he was 30. Took him until he was 30 years old to get his crap together. But I'll tell you, it's really remarkable how far he's come since then. He tells me all the time that he could kick himself in the pants, because he made such terrible decisions. I said, you can't go backwards. I said, stop looking back because that's not where you're at. You got to start from where you are. I try to encourage him. But I'm just glad that he got himself together. Almost all of my spots are gone and my foot and ankle are oh good. Lori. You've been through it this past couple of weeks, haven't you? Y'all, it's almost, you can't hardly tell where I'm working now. It's in this area right here. But I've gotten it to where it's starting to look completed. It won't be too much longer. What are you bozos in there doing? Stop it. Okay, you're going to have to go to another room and play it if you're not careful. You understand? Okay. Let me catch up on this chat. I have a permanent restraining order. I hear she, oops, still ask about me and where I'm at. Just thankfully nobody's told her. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I am great. I'm glad you're doing better, Lori. Really. I'm sorry, Jen. We had to be let out of our house by cops with weapons. Oh my goodness. It's humiliating. She can inflict damage from, yeah, that's terrible. Dear God. Oh my goodness. It's a happy ending. The kids are going to be okay and live. That's right. That's right. And you're going to make sure of it, aren't you, Renee? Yep, my body has been a little brutalized, but I'm getting better. But migraines, oh no. So your doctor hasn't come up with a good alternative yet? Or are you waiting to get that other stuff out of your system? I know when my daughter had to stop taking it, um, uh, I think it was about a month before they let her take something else. It was about that. I can't that sounds right. Please don't quote me on it, but that does sound right. I was no angel and I've done things and been clean for over 19 years. It never goes away. And I'm proud I made that decision to stay. Yes, I am too, Jen. Wasn't happy about it at the time, but thankful I had support. Right, right. Well, my son told me that, and see, I've never had this. I don't understand the problem because I've never had the problem, except maybe when it come to smoking. Like not weed, but just regular smokes. Um, it's still very addictive, but it doesn't make you, it doesn't make you lose control of your life till the end when they throw dirt on your head because you know. Anyhow, my point is, I just don't have any experience with that kind of addiction. And I know one thing, I know it's very difficult to overcome. And anybody who does has one heck of a backbone. I will see the neurologist again in about a month. That will give him time to find something we can try since that medicine worked. Mm. Oh, wait, wrong one. Except for the, right, right. I don't know. Have, mm, Lori, my daughter underwent some genetic testing for medicines like that were, oh crap, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, let me explain it the way it was explained to me. Basically, there's a genetic test they can do to find out which medicines are more effective for you and which ones are not. And it's in the Lamictal is a anti-seizure slash mood stabilizer type drug. And it has to do with those types of medications. Also antidepressants and things like oxcarbazepine and Zoloft and Prozac and those kinds of drugs, gabapentin. Of course, that's also can be used as that kind of drug. Because they use a lot of drugs off label. So if you could look into some genetic testing to see which drugs would maybe benefit you, he could be able to narrow it down to something that you could actually that agrees with your DNA. Violet had been on so many medications in a 2-year time period that I was getting real uncomfortable with them changing it all the time. And her doctor finally asked me, "Have y'all ever had any genetic testing to see what medications will work?" And I looked at her and I said, "Well, since I don't know what the heck you're talking about, the answer is no." And I was a little aggravated that nobody had mentioned that to us before, because we could have saved her a lot of aggravation and experimenting with medications. And when they're little like that, she was 16ish, brain still development. I don't like that. I don't like putting kids through that. But she had to go through it. Let me see. I always joke that I rebelled by not doing anything like that. My mom smoked cigarettes, my dad smoked pot, so I smoked nothing. You know what? I like the way you think. That's one heck of a way to be rebellious, isn't it? Something to save yourself. Since my parents are irresponsible and addicted, I'm going to be responsible and I'm not going to addict myself to anything. That's funny. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I forgot some ends. I already see them. Oh well, it's what it is. I think N is number 18, 17 or 18. 18. Okay, let's do those while I'm down here. And wait a minute. I done lost my mind. That was not the N's, that was the B's. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. I gotta go back. There we go. I was so busy, no time to party. By the time I was 22, I had served in the Marines for 4 years, lived in Japan most of that time, and had 2 kids. Wow. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot in 4 years. Interesting. I had genetic testing to determine if I actually have hemiplegic migraines. I do not, thank goodness, just extreme aura. They have done drug genetic. Okay, they haven't done drug. You might want to check into it. I don't know if it will work for migraine medications, but when it comes to the other types of medications that they add to that, it might help, and that way you can kind of narrow down quicker. Let's see. Migraines are awful. Sorry, yes, they definitely are, and debilitating. It's. I have learned in the past 5 years how debilitating they can be from my son having them. The military really helps so many young people have structure and passive. Yes, it does. Indeed. It saved her life. Yeah. Yeah. I wish that my son would have gone in the military before he started his shenanigans. But everybody makes choices, and thankfully, most things, as my grandma used to say, everything comes out in a wash, one way or another. Just gotta hope for the best. My other grandma used to say, "The good Lord takes care of drunks and fools." I don't know where she got that from, but I always used to think it was funny that she said that. Took me a long time to understand why she was, or what she was saying, because good Lord takes care of drunks and fools because they can't take care of themselves. Oh, doing these H's is gonna knock out a bunch. Hey, when I get finished with this here in about 15 minutes or so, I'm going to give y'all a great big view of it. Completely finished. I'll have Poppy hold it up or something so I can do that.
If I don't want
If you don't want to, then I'll do it a different way. I don't care. Let's see. Oh, I do know I need. There's one star that's missing over here. Let me get that taken. Oops. Where's my stars? 31. Okay. Okay, stars at 31. I noticed that I had one missing over here earlier today. Oh, crunch. There we go. What? What are you talking about?
me,
Okay.
I was sewing a hole up on the pant leg,
Mm-hmm.
and I sewed the front and the back of the pant leg together.
Yeah. Did y'all hear what Poppy just said? Hey, sweet thumb, how are you doing? Oh, let's see. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks, Renee. Honestly, most days the symptoms are mild. It was just really nice to have 10 days with no symptoms. Yes, so back to mild symptoms again for now. Right, right. I'm glad it was so good for you. I know it really helped my hubby, who was an immigrant from Northern Ireland during the Troubles. The army was a great way to work and gain citizenship. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm. Okay, I did that wrong. Okay. Dog to bed, please.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
The chicken popcorn.
I know. I know. Okay, let's get this a little bit brighter for a second so I can see where I might be missing. Yeah, that's better. Is that, looks okay for them too. He's still in the national. Oh, he is. Huh. So what, he just does weekend duty, Lori? Aw. I do have such lovely people in my audience, don't I? I'm always so amazed at that. So amazed that I have been so lucky on YouTube that, you know, not a lot of trolls. I don't think I've had a troll in ages. Now I'm gonna knock on wood, you know, just in case some decide. But I've got great moderators too, and they know how much I'll tolerate, which isn't much. And they do a good job of getting folks out of here that are going to harass my viewers. And I appreciate that too. But I think I've been relatively lucky on YouTube. I've only had one really yucky incident with trolls. And thankfully, it did not last long. It was kind of over shortly after it started, and I'm grateful for that. Okay, let me start down here. I need those A's again because I missed 26. Let me get that one done. I think I only have 2 of those left. There's A there and an A here. Nope, there's an A there. There's one there. Goodness. See, they multiply like spilled rice. It's crazy. Okay. Nope, there's another one. Please be the last one. Please be the last one. And now my E's. Let me get my E's done. That's number 3. There's another one. And another one. You're a good troll, Sweet Thumb. Good trolls I can tolerate. Because I like you, Sweet Thumb. You've always been very respectful in my chat, and I appreciate that. And you got lots of garden knowledge. Let's see.
Hey, put with my shenanigans last 25 minutes.
I know I did put up with your shenanigans. Poppy's talking about the shenanigans I put up from him for the last 25 years. 5. Hey, but don't get it wrong. Poppy's put up with his share too. Don't get it twisted. You know, sharing your life with somebody is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it is, but it's not. I mean, with you, it's been easy. But there are a few hurdles. Like, see, I was the only girl in a family full of boys. So I grew up not having to share a stinking thing. Right? So I don't like to share nothing. I don't like to share my room. I don't like to share my covers. I don't like to share nothing. And no matter how long I've been married to Poppy, I still don't like to share a whole lot.
And you steal my covers too.
Well, There you go. So, that's been something I've had to overcome. Well, work on overcoming.
Still.
Poppy's over there laughing at me. Hey, it's not easy. It's not easy being the only girl. Of course, then I have my kids, and I had to get over sharing my drink with my kids. And oh gosh, I don't like doing that.
Backwash.
Ugh. But for whatever reason, my big old mason jar full of tea always turned into the community tea when the kids were little. And that irritated me because I don't like to share. I never played well with others. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get the R's back out because apparently, on this canvas, the R's are a very light background with a R printed in white. And for whatever reason, I miss those a lot. R.
Your favorite letter anyway.
R is my favorite letter.
Mm-hmm.
How? What are you talking about?
Because you're always going around the house. R.
Oh, because I'm a pirate. Okay. All right. Okay. So, hey, Tom the troll. How are you doing, Tom? Thank you for coming in. It's good to see you're here to troll. Okay. Verticals are usually troll central. See, now I've done some verticals, but I always did them subscribers only, or whatever you call it. I think those are the ones I did subscribers only. Poppy letting you make it probably would choke me out in 5 seconds. Well, we've had some episodes, you know. 8, number 8. Okay. Not domestic episodes like that, but you know what I mean. I've had episodes where I've wanted to choke him out. I'm sure he's had episodes where he's wanted to do the same thing, or at least dreamed about it. But for the most part, we do all right. Except for the fact that I don't like to share.
Beside your house trained.
He says I'm house trained, so. You're pretty house trained yourself there, dear. In 27 again. I'm almost done, I promise y'all. I'm excited to see it completed. I really am.
I'm going to bed. One of the hoodlums can hold it for you.
What do you mean? Oh, okay, that's fine.
And one of them can put it in.
Okay, I'll put away dinner. Don't worry about it. Tea.
Mm-hmm.
Poppy made tacos tonight for dinner for the kids, and they didn't eat till like an hour. I guess he finished it about an hour before I went live. And then they ate their tacos and then decided to go to Walmart. Wait a minute. What did I say that was? 24. So nobody put dinner away. So I'm going to have to do that before I go to bed. Okay. There we go. We're getting closer. 16 is a, what is number 16? That small t. T. Oh. T. 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 Oh, that's a crappy drill right there. Oh, maybe not. Okay. You ever get a hold of the drills that are kind of wonky? That's a little aggravating. Okay, is that a T? T2? Okay, we're getting close. 6, no, 9. Number 6, the symbol 6 that's inside of a circle is actually the number 9, and that has been confusing throughout this entire project. Okay, let me keep up with the chat here. That absolutely fixes it. Subscribers, yes, it does. It really does. It's a huge help. Now, I don't do that on my regular live streams as much as I used to. Nice to see the gap. It is, isn't it? I love seeing the gaps get filled in. Let's see what number. Okay, number 5. We are so close to done, y'all. Right now, it's just going back and filling in spots that I missed. Wait a minute. What number is that? 22. Excuse me. Okay. The T's. Oh, no. I completely looked over that. 33. Mm-hmm. Seven is number 10. Seven and 7. And now I need that little Star Trek sign. Number 29. It's actually not a Star Trek sign. It is a sideways. It's like a less than sign. Yeah, less than. 8. 13. Okay, I'm going to brighten this up quite a bit so that I can see it a little bit better. R is 19. I know that already. Okay. R. Okay. Oops. Pour them out, Charlotte. N. 27. See things. 25. Whoops. Little arrow. is 7. Question mark is 12. And then hashtag is 20. We're close. So close. Now I need a B. I think that's number 20. Nope, 21. Okay. That was close. No cigar. The B. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, another question mark and a Q. And that is it. A question mark is number 12 again. Okay. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? There it is. And then Q. That is 30, 28. Last one. I'll be. Darn, that is pretty cool. Okay. It's always so cool when you finish one. I love it. Okay, let's get this off of here. I'm going to stick it over on the freezer. Oh, it's not going to be bright enough. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I don't know. Oh, fiddlesticks, what happened? Not, not good. Okay. So, sit that right there. I'll be right there, guys. I'm coming. I'm just going to move it around, trying to get it so you can see it really good. Well, that might not work, but I'm going to try. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. I'm going to do it long ways. No, I'm not. There she is. Well, let me take it this way and see if I can. There. That is the finished product. And I just think it's so beautiful. Look, when I first showed y'all the canvas, y'all were like, what is it? And so did I. I was like, oh my gosh, this does not look anything like what it was supposed to look like before. So, hang on, let me put myself up here and let's see. There, how's that? Sorry. How's that? I'm sorry, guys. So, yes, perfect timing, Mona. Thank you so much. I was saying that I expected you to be asleep by now. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. Really, really happy with that painting. And the next one, I believe I'm going to be doing you can't read lips. I'm going to be doing a diamond painting from Diamond Art Club. And I don't know if y'all were here when I did an unboxing of it, but it is a bee. It's just a really small 9x9 painting of a bee. And I'm very excited to do that one because God's Desire has been telling me how great the drills are from Diamond Art Club. So I'm real excited to use those. You just woke up, got to get out of here around, at 1:30. Okay. You can't hear me? One minute. I don't know why there's no sound. Jane, can you hear me? Mona can hear me. Okay. Oh, Jane, you saw the bee? Yeah, I'm excited to do that one. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you. But I think I'm not going to start on that until I finish this sweater. I started this cardigan last week, and I need to go ahead and finish it. I'm not looking forward to finishing it. This is the one that is made with the alpaca, and it really, really bothers me. So it's really hard for me to work on a project that, number one, aggravates me, or number two, makes me uncomfortable. I have never worked with a yarn before that made me feel as uncomfortable as that yarn. It's hard on my hands. It's when all of it gets, you'll have it in front of you, and I lean on it so I can do it at the table. And just leaning on it put a rash all over my forearms. And it feels like porcupines sticking me, or little needles sticking into me. So I've been debating over that sweater now for quite some time. Well, for the past week, because I finished it up last Monday night. I don't even know if I want to finish it. I have another yarn. Number one, I love the pattern. I love the way it looks. It's an easy pattern. And I think what I'm going to do is possibly use, what is the name of that yarn, y'all? Hang on a minute and I'll show you. I got this yarn in a Mary Maxim mystery bag. I got a lot of this red yarn too, and I love it. And Christmas is coming, so I'm thinking about doing a Christmassy blanket with that. But I was thinking about using this yarn to make the sweater, because this is, what do you call it? Well, the name is hidden. It's not Cafe Latte, but it's like that. Colorama Halo. And it's super soft, and it doesn't stick me, and it's very comfortable. I looked at the free pattern you sent me. I might try that one. Which one was it, dear? I don't remember.
I'm sorry. But I like this combination of colors. It's pink and lavender, of course. Every little girl likes pink and lavender. And the thing is, I don't have a lot of clothing in this color. So I don't know really what it would match other than a pair of jeans, And I don't know. I do have some purple tops, and I just don't wear pink a lot because it doesn't flatter me. I like the deeper colors and more earth tone colors. But I do like to have an extra pop of color now and then. And the funny thing is, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 8 balls of this stuff. And these are, I'm looking for yardage, guys. 481 yards per ball. So the alpaca might be like Teflon, weird, but has its, I think I've always been sensitive to wool, and I really think it's me and not the yarn. I really do. Some people have sensitivities to wool and animal products, and alpaca is an animal yarn, of course. I do really good with softer acrylics, cotton, bamboo, silk. I like linen yarn, and a lot of people don't like linen because they think it's too scratchy. I love linen yarn. I love it. But anyhow, I think it's me. It's not the yarn. It's me. Let's see. Is that all I've got in there? Yeah. So I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got like 6 balls of that red yarn. And that is such a beautiful Christmas red, isn't it? It's kind of it doesn't look as orange in person as it does on screen. But it is a true red. Let's see. What is the name of it? Oh, I think they're calling it Party. Partie. This is from Rico Design. This is a fairly, it's not a rough acrylic, but it is, pretty normal for acrylic, like a budget acrylic or a value acrylic. I would say it's softer than Red Heart, though, and it's a lighter weight. This is a 3 weight, and, Red Heart is a 4 weight. But hey, Duval, how are you doing, my dear? Please accept my condolences to your family. I'm so sorry for what's happened. And I hope that everybody's doing okay. So anyhow, that's the yarn I was considering using for my cardigan, and just because, it is similar to what I've got here, but it's not going to abuse my skin like the other one. And I do need some cardigans for wintertime. What I would love to do, y'all, my dream is to make like a longer knee-length coat. Well, a knee-length sweater that acts like a coat. Thank you. I'm dealing. I messaged you. Oh, thank you. I will check on that, okay? Did you do it under Gulf Coast Granny? I think you did, because I don't think you know my real government name. Nobody does. Charlotte, but yeah, it's Charlotte, but I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're doing okay. I mean, look, what do? You either deal or you don't. And don't is not an option, right? But just know that I've been thinking about you and praying for you and your family. Of course, now I do have some bamboo here that's green. It's a really dark green color. Oh, let me get back to my point. I want that sweater that acts like a coat or a bathrobe almost. Because look, y'all know I wear my bathrobe a lot because my husband keeps our house really cold in the evenings. And it's like my coat. It's the warmest piece of clothing that I have. Because, you know, when you live down here in the South, you don't really need a big parka or, you know, a heavy winter coat. On the coldest days, a sweatshirt and a heavy sweater on top of that, or a sweater with maybe a pea coat type material would work. Something lighter weight than a big, heavy winter coat. You don't need that here. So what I used to do, y'all, this is so funny. So I always get dressed first thing in the morning. And I used to walk my kids to the bus stop every morning. Actually, I walked my son to the bus stop until he went to the high school. From kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. I stood at the bus stop with him. I waited till the bus came. He got on the bus. Because, you know, you don't never know who's going to go out there and snatch your youngin'. Well, once he got to the high school, there were other kids at the bus stop. So I would let him go, by himself. And I didn't want him getting beaten up, because his mama goes to the bus stop with him. He said he didn't care, but I just thought it was safer. Now, I'll tell you what I do. A lot of times I'll stand on the front porch because I can see the bus stop from my front porch. And I'll watch him walk to the bus stop and get on the bus from the front porch. But I would wear my bathrobe to the bus stop over my clothes because it was the warmest thing I owned. I put one of my hats on and then I put my bathrobe on and we walk out the door. Well, that's probably not appropriate. I don't know if it is or not, but I didn't care at the time because that's what kept me warm. So, anyhow, that's what I would like to make next. But I don't know if I want to make it out of big squares. Because y'all know how that blanket, that never-ending blanket is still not finished. I should work on that next week. What do y'all think? Do y'all want to see me work on that never-ending blanket? Maybe finish it up next week? Because I really don't know what I want to crochet next week. And I'm so over doing amigurumis. I don't want to do that right now. I might do some later. Fight an 8-year-old in a bathroom. I would. Tell me I won't. I'm serious. So I got your back, son. I wasn't scared of the 8-year-olds. I was scared of the people driving by. That was a fashion statement for the bus stop. Look, everybody in town knows that's me. I live in a small town, y'all. Everybody knows that Murphy's mom goes to the bus stop in her bathrobe. Of course, now, usually, like I said, I'm dressed underneath it. It's not like I'm being scandalous or risque or anything. I'm definitely dressed. And it's great, big, and fuzzy. It don't show nobody nothing. So, I wouldn't wear it to Walmart, though. I promise you that. I would not wear my PJs and my bathrobe to Walmart. That's so funny. Excuse me. Y'all, I'm so congested. Please make it go away. And I'm thirsty because I took some Advil cold and sinus earlier. Like it did a lot of good. And my mouth is dry from it, I think. I know why y'all can't hear me so great. How much did you get done on the Labubu? The arms and the legs and the head. No. The arms and the head. Because the legs are part of the whole thing. I can't remember. I know I got the arm. They're right here. Where's my pieces? Well, maybe they're not right here. Shoot. I cleaned off my table today. Let me put this back where it goes. Okay. Oh, the ears, the arms, the ears, and the head. I knew I had 5 pieces. But that's it. That's it. I haven't done anything else on it yet. I'm going to finish that up this week. Before Friday, anyhow. I got the head and body. Oh, okay. I put the eyes and nose on. Still have to do the limbs and the teeth. Okay. And ears. Yeah. Well, I've got my arms, my ears, and my head done. And I think after that, all I have to do is the body and the feet. Or the, legs and feet. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting that one finished. I don't think I'm going to do another amigurumi for a while. Of course, I don't know. I might. I've been doing a lot of them to help fill my daughter's box up at work. Her surprise box. So I'm kind of getting tired of them. And I've got Christmas presents to make for a few folks. And I still have to work on making a blanket for each one of my 7 kids. I've made 2 for Rachel. I've made 1 for Bailey. And that's it. So I still have 5 blankets to make. And I don't want them to be little skimpy blankets either. I want them to be nice, good sized, all-purpose blankets, okay? So there's that. All right. I've been on here for 2 hours and 12 minutes. I have got to conserve my StreamYard hours this month because last month I ran out after 2 weeks, and I don't want to. I figure 2 hours is pretty long enough for a live stream. So I want to thank everybody for being here and bearing with me while I finish that project. Next week I'll do some crocheting and any diamond painting that I do, hopefully from now on, is going to be during the week, not on Mondays. I want to keep Mondays as a crochet stream. So thank you all. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. And I will see you again real soon. All right.